this is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's 40 years old and still can crack and still as fast as lightning.
He's still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today.
Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's latest training clips at the age of 46, describing them as truly impressive. He expressed amazement at how, even nearing 50, Pacquiao still showcases remarkable punching power and agility. According to Rogan, the former champion continues to move with the speed and precision of someone much younger, showing no signs of slowing down. His technique, strength, and overall sharpness remain top tier.
He's still not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
According to Joe Rogan, Manny Pacquiao stands out as a completely unique fighter. Unlike many in the sport, he doesn't depend on hype or trash talk to make an impact. He lets his performance in the ring do all the talking. Even at 46, Pacquiao's unmatched discipline, quickness, and punching power continue to shine. Rogan highlights how Pacquiao stays grounded, focused, and remains a serious threat in the boxing world.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like Pat, even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different fucking dude. Right. Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like, Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah.
And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the
religious,
best.
too.
Good luck in the fight.
Manny Pacquiao's latest training video has reignited conversation among boxing fans. In the short clip, he's seen working the pads with intense concentration and surprisingly quick hands. His rapid-fire combinations and signature footwork echo the same agility that once frustrated the best in the sport. At 46, there's still a noticeable fire in his movements, a glimpse of the explosive style that helped carve out his legendary status in boxing history. Joe Rogan has repeatedly praised Manny Pacquiao for his incredible achievements in the boxing world, particularly his historic run of winning world titles in 8 separate weight divisions, a feat rarely seen in the sport. Rogan often points out how extraordinary this is, not just for the number of titles, but because of Pacquiao's unmatched speed and athleticism, especially considering his smaller frame. He once likened Pacquiao's legs to tanks, highlighting the explosive power and stamina they give him. It's this rare mix of quickness and raw strength that made Pacquiao such a dominant and versatile fighter across multiple weight classes.
Greatest boxer maybe in my generation, Manny Pacquiao, man.
Oh yeah,
Destroyed.
Manny Pacquiao. He
fucking just
won world titles in 8 different weight classes. Who the fuck does that?
And the way he did it, like that I'm a huge fan of Cotto. I love this school, and the way that he beat Cotto, I didn't think nobody could ever do that to me. And it was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Well, his legs, Manny's legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah, and the
It's
hand
crazy.
speed, the power,
speed, everything.
I just always wish that the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight would have took place many years before them when it did, you know?
Well, it also took place and Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, he knew his shoulder was fucked before that fight and he just wanted that money and just let's see what happened.
Joe Rogan has also imagined how electric a showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather could have been had they faced off earlier in their careers. He suggests that such a fight would have taken over the internet, shattered viewership records, and captured the attention of millions around the globe. Rogan's remarks go beyond just respect for Pacquiao's talent, they highlight the scale of his impact. To Rogan, Pacquiao isn't just a legendary fighter, he's a global icon whose influence reaches far beyond the boxing ring.
Some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, Manny was dying before that.
And he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah,
he needed shoulder surgery before the fight even.
Combat sports analyst Ryan Campbell offers a thoughtful take on Manny Pacquiao's potential return to the ring at 46. He acknowledges the steep challenge of going up against a younger, physically stronger opponent like Mario Barrios. However, Campbell draws comparisons to George Foreman's legendary comeback, noting that age isn't always the deciding factor in boxing. He emphasizes that the sport has seen seasoned fighters tap into one final surge of greatness, delivering performances that defy expectations and become part of history.
Only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC is going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion in Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Ryan Campbell also took a closer look at Pacquiao's current physical abilities. While it's evident that he's no longer in his prime, Campbell observes that Pacquiao still possesses enough speed to hold his own against many mid-level fighters today. Though his signature explosiveness has faded with time, his quick hands and agile footwork continue to give him an edge over less experienced welterweights. The boxing world remains split on what to expect from his comeback. Some fans remain hopeful, convinced that his ring IQ and sharp instincts could still deliver a strong showing. Others, however, remember his last bout 5 years ago, which lacked the dominance he was once known for. This mix of optimism and skepticism reflects the complex emotions surrounding his return, a blend of admiration for his legacy and caution about what he can realistically achieve at this stage.
Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios fight is signed, done for July of 2025. Pacquiao is 46 years old. We haven't seen him in the ring in years. Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was a one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine.
If Pacquiao wants to come back as a Hall of Famer and fight one more time, whatever. He didn't look good against Yordenis Ugas, and that was 5 years ago. We've seen him in these exhibitions looking fleshy, to say the least. It's meaningless because if Barrios wins, he's never going to fight a Boots Ennis. If Pacquiao wins, he's not going to fight anybody ever again. So I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
There's growing speculation that Pacquiao's matchup with Mario Barrios may be just the beginning of a larger comeback plan. Rumors suggest that if Pacquiao secures a win, it could pave the way for a massive fight against Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Some believe Barrios was carefully selected as a manageable opponent, a strategic move to help Pacquiao gain momentum and public interest ahead of a high-profile bout. This kind of calculated matchmaking is a familiar tactic in boxing, often used to test a returning star's readiness and appeal before taking on more dangerous, big-name challengers.
So basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank
so,
and Pac.
okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
Next, cry me a river, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight. All right. He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year. So he's not the guy. So the question is, Who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and could build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. That's who they...
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for what's coming next.